Get on the balcony. Uh, Most leaders who undertake leading function are like being on the dance floor. So when we undertake leading function, we are like those who are on the dance floor with sharing spectators. So we dance and we have the spectators who are very busy, very engrossed with the event. So the leadership function can make a leader so much to be engrossed in the activities and events of the organization or his leading function or whatever he's doing, but he can be so drawn into it. So most times when you are on the dance floor, you hardly know what's happening on the balcony. So as long as you're on the dance floor, the events are going and everybody are on the sharing accolade of others. So leading function most times gets the leader drawn in, and most times he might even forget everything, but because he's so engrossed in it. So he has to understand that undertaking the leading function doesn't just have to end on the stage. Being on the dance floor is just one aspect of the whole work. Great leaders lead from the balcony. The interface between the balcony and the dance floor, that's the stage, is how great leaders lead the organizations. When you're on the dance floor, remember there is a balcony. The balcony is that place behind the stage where the reach of eyes don't get to. Where many people don't know what is happening there. But a lot of things that control the events are happening on the balcony. So you might be on the events as on the dance floor, you don't know what is happening on the backstage or the balcony. So most times it's important to understand that great leaders lead from the balcony. Because it's not leading, it's not about being seen. It's not about who sees you or who doesn't see you. It's about providing solutions. Those solutions that solve the media problems, the little problems, and both the big and the small, however they are. The organization is moving, your life is moving, and you are advancing. Alright, so it's very important to learn to get on the balcony. Those areas people don't see, but if you remove it, the organization will run well. That is the balcony. You might be on the stage, on the cheering eyes of others, but things that are going wrong are actually going wrong from what is happening on the balcony. So as a leader, learn to get on the balcony. Know what's happening. The balcony is the backside of the stage. Like the backside of the stage, the leader goes to the balcony. A lot of times you might be so engrossed in your leading function that you don't know what is happening. You are like a driver on the seats, driving through. You are like one dancing on the stage. Alright, moving, and so engrossed. But you don't know what is happening in your leadership. You don't know what's happening in your organization. You don't know the challenges there. You don't know what is happening. They're just moving and so engrossed, and everybody's cheering you. But the problems and the challenges will ensue from the back of it. So you need to learn to interface between the balcony and the stage. So your leading can be balanced and your function can be balanced. When you go to the balcony, that's where you learn to observe. First you observe what's happening on the balcony. A lot of times, some people who are having adaptive issues within the organization or group, you really need to understand why. You need to understand why they are having such adaptive issues. when they are having emotional challenges regarding the leadership function, the leading functions, and the things that are happening in the organization, you need to go to the balcony and observe. When you observe, then you are able to identify the challenge. Identify the challenges from the balcony. When you identify the challenges, then you can interpret it. You can interpret the challenges. If you don't go to the balcony and interfere with the stage, you will not be able to identify the problems. You will not be able to even observe and identify the problems and even interpret it. So you have to interpret the problems as you see them, as you observe it from the balcony. If you stay on the stage alone, you will not be able to observe or even interpret what's happening. You can be a leader, but people, your organization is running on the ground without you knowing it. Your leading is taking people away from where it's supposed to take them without you knowing, because you are on the stage, on the hearing and cheering eyes of others, and you don't care and you don't know what is happening in the balcony, and that will be catastrophic. That will be catastrophic for you. But you have to learn to go on the balcony and know what's happening there and observe and interface from the balcony and the stage, and know those who are there and what is happening and how they are also helping what is happening on the stage. And the challenges there, you'll be able to identify them and be able to interpret them and then be able to interfere. And that's very, very important. So getting on the balcony is very critical for every leader. The leading function is very interesting, but can be very, very chaotic sometimes. And one of the major skills of transformational leaders is to understand when to get to the balcony. Going to go to the balcony and interfere from the balcony and the stage, so you can identify, observe, identify, interpret, and intervene in the problems. Those who are having adaptive issues will be able to reach out to them and discuss ways forward and what the issues are with them when it has to do with the leading functions. And if you learn this is very, very important in your leadership journey. Most people think it's about being on the stage and being engrossed with the dance of music, the sound of music, and how it's going. But if you continue that way, you will have a lot of issues, because most of the leading functions are done from the balcony. So when you undertake your leadings from the balcony, that area that is outside the cheering eyes of people, that's where great leaders observe greatly, intently, and then from their control and navigate their leadership or their leading functions to the desired purpose of the organization. And I just want to stop there now. First, you need to understand that it's important for you as a leader to learn to get on the balcony. Don't just be on the stage. Learn to see through the blind areas that others do not see, and learn to walk through and observe. And because you're working with people, some people might have adaptive issues, some people, a lot of things might be going on wrong there without you knowing, but they will all be lost on the wheel of the progress of your leading functions if you don't let it interferes between the stage and the balcony. And that's very important. Let me stop there. We can discuss that later in other lessons, in other teachings. And once more, thank you so much for being part of this leadership journey. You can also share, you can make a comment, you can share, you can like. You can also go to the YouTube and look at all the lessons that I've been having all this while. Just click on the YouTube, click Dr. Sam Osuji, and you will get all the videos so far. And there also you will get yourself acquainted with all our lessons and understand our mindset in this journey of leadership. Thank you so much, and be part of the journey as we continue. God bless you.